everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is very exciting. I am so happy to show you how I'm currently using GoodNotes to plan my life. I made this planner, so I will have a link to my Etsy shop with the planner in the description. So without further ado, let's get into it. I will be looking down because my planner is currently down here. So I did make this an undated and hyperlinked planner because I myself am a person who struggles to use dated planners. I always feel obligated to write something in it, and if I don't, then I feel like I've kind of wasted not money, but like money. So I've made it undated because I just have a hard time keeping up with a dated planner. So here we have the cover. I did want to make it feel like a journal, so you have the space to write your name or whatever you want to write on the cover, and it is bear themed. Excuse me if you can hear my cats. So here I have the index page where I have the yearly calendar. I have a quarterly overview for your goals or anything that you plan. I also have your yearly overview. I have a weekly calendar for each month. I have a space for key dates for each month. I do have templates for productivity, wellness, and organization, and a bunch of other stuff, so we will go over that in this video. So going first, we will go to the yearly calendar. So I will go ahead and click on that, and that just takes you to this overview of what the year is looking like for you. So I have every single month. For me, what I would do for my personal key dates is I would use the highlighter tool, pick a color. Obviously I can go in and date every single one. It is extremely small. I would most likely change the font size and type in the dates. Anyways, what I would do for this is just color in the dates that I think are important. Now this is going to be sloppy only for this tutorial, but normally I'm kind of OCD about that, and I would clean up coloring on the outside of the lines. Seeing the color coded gives me a visual of what this year is going to look like and how busy I'm going to be this year. So this is personally how I would use this page. So I'm going to go ahead and take us back to the home page. All you have to do is just go on the right hand side and click on the little home icon. So now that we've gone over the calendar view, now we can look at our quarterly and yearly overviews. So these are personal preference. You don't have to use these at all if you're not planning on doing any sort of tracking or anything of your progress, but if you are like me, I put in the quarterly and the yearly overviews. We have a view of each quarter, and then the same for the yearly overview. So now we can go into our weekly calendar and our key dates. So you click on a month, it's literally just the same thing for every single month. I have a weekly calendar for every week in the year. So at the top left, you can go ahead and put what this week is. I've already put the month there. And then on the top right, you can also circle if this is the first, second, third, or fourth week of the month. And then you can go ahead and put in your plans for that month, put in your goals, your affirmations, anything you want to note down for that week. I also have it in this calendar view as well. So you can use either this calendar page or this page. And if you keep scrolling, it's just the same for each month. So for example, in the month of February, my birthday is February 11th. So let's say February starts on a Wednesday. And then same if I were using it for this week. Hypothetically, if we keep it how I have it in this calendar, it would be the week of the 6th. I would do 2, 6, 25. And I would say, hey, it is the second week of February, and I would write down all of my plans for this week. So I can maybe say, hey, today I want to study 30 minutes maximum, and so on and so forth. I would put it in that way, or I can put it in the calendar view. Either way works, whichever you choose. So here is just another type of monthly overview, except I will be putting all of the key dates here instead of trying to fit it into that yearly calendar. Now going to the templates portion, I do have a productivity portion where if you've seen any videos on my channel, you do know that I study languages. I'm currently mainly focusing on Japanese. I would use this portion to track my studying perhaps, or for example, if you want to track other things like making sure you're eating, because for me, I'm a very busy individual and sometimes I forget to eat or drink water. So you can also use this to track just about anything that you want to be productive in. I have a portion where you can write out your goals and any notes that you want to just quickly jot down. I also have a portion for to-do lists, so anything that you want to make into a list, go ahead and place it there. I have a goal planner, so you can use this for any goal or thought that you have. For me, when I'm working and if I feel stressed, I'm a person that kind of needs to fidget with something or hold on to something. I often touch my face, which does lead to acne breakouts. instead of having the habit of reaching for something or holding on to something, squeezing or anything or touching my face, I can always put a bottle of water next to me, so anytime I feel stressed, which is often, I can take a sip of water. And then I can say, hey, my progress today, 5 out of 8 ounces. And then my evaluation, I can basically write down, hey, I think this plan is working, or hey, I may need to come up with another plan because within the past week, I've only been able to drink 5 out of 8 ounces and I'm not able to get my full 8 ounces of water, you know, something like that. Going to the wellness section, I do have a portion for your daily journaling. I have just regular blank spaces for you to use. The months at the top are hyperlinked, so you can go January, February, March, and you don't have to keep scrolling back and forth to get to the month that you're in. I do also have a gratitude page. Something that I have been meaning to do is try to make a gratitude journal and see what that does for my mental health. So I went ahead and put in a gratitude journal just because that's something that I personally want to do, and I'm not sure if any of you want to start doing that. I do also have a vision board. Now this vision board is by month, so what I plan to do is maybe make a small collage of images in something like Canva and then import it into here on my vision board for that month and then place it into its respective spot. I do have media review, which basically, if you're anything like me, you may want to keep up with the books that you're reading or the movies that you just saw or any song that you heard that you want to remember or write down. For me this year, I did have a goal of reading 1 book a month. I know that's not a lot for some people, but as someone who doesn't necessarily read all the time, that was a pretty big goal for me. I failed already, but I'm not giving up. The year is still very much so present. And then I do also have this recipe book. I am someone who likes to cook just for basically every single meal. I don't eat out often, so having a cookbook is very important to me because I constantly forget how to do things. Even if I've done it many times before, I will forget how to do things. And I use TikTok to save a bunch of recipes. I use Instagram to save a bunch of recipes. And with the way that TikTok may or may not be going, I kind of need to write down every single recipe that I've saved because it's not a guarantee that TikTok is gonna be here much longer. So if you cook like me, I have a place for you to put the picture of the recipe, the ingredients. What's your rating of it? Is it something that you would cook often, or is it something that you would cook every now and then? I have the prep time, the cook time, the calories, and how many people it serves, and then a spot for the directions. And then I also have a password tracker. I am someone that has multiple different passwords from many different websites. That is very hard to remember. I've even saved stuff from back when I was in high school many years ago. Something like that is hard to keep up with for me, so I have a place where I can put all of my passwords and the websites that they go to. And then for the other category, I do have your habit trackers. So any habit that you want to put, go ahead and place in here and then track that you've done it. Plus for me, I feel like I'm a visual learner. So if I am able to physically see the progress that I'm making with the habits that I want to change in my life, then I feel like I'm more likely to continue it. I also have a mood board. I've seen a couple other people do this and I really like all the different colors on the page that they felt for the mood for that day. And then in the back, I have a page for you to input your sticker sheets. Now I did also make stickers for this planner, which is included in the purchase of this planner. Now unfortunately, I did not include the sticker sheet in the planner. It is a separate file in the purchase, so you will have to upload them into GoodNotes yourself. And then lastly, you do have all of these tabs on the side, which are again hyperlinked. So as you know, the first one is the home page. The second one is a bear. You click on it. It's just a bunch of different template pages that you can use, for example, in the journal section. So then going back to the side, you can click on each individual month and get to that calendar page like you could in the home page. And then I went ahead and put this quote because this is something I truly needed to hear right now, that just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening, which is a great reminder. Things happen when they're supposed to happen. And I don't know who needs to hear that right now, but if you're in a situation like I currently am, it's nice to look at and remind yourself. Especially in a planner, anything you want to do will take time and effort and preparation, so just because it's not happening right now doesn't mean it's not happening. Yeah, this is literally my first ever digital planner. I've always wanted to make my own. I'm very happy with the way this one came out. I hope you all liked it. Please give me any thoughts and tips and tricks, anything that can help me with any future planners that I make. Because this is my first, I don't know all of the ins and outs of making a digital planner, but I feel like I'm pretty proud of myself with what I came up with. So yeah, I'm just very excited that I did this. This was a goal of mine and it feels really good to accomplish it. So if you are interested, I will have the link to my Etsy shop in the description below. This is literally my first and only listing. I will hopefully continuously be able to update my shop. I have a bunch of digital sticker plans. I just have so many thoughts and so many ideas for my Etsy page. So if you are interested, I have listed it on my Etsy page for only $5. My Etsy shop is pipomico. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just really excited to put this out there. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you in the next one. Bye!